Is guacamole a fruit salad?
What is the best milkshake for bringing boys to the yard?
Ostriches are dinosaurs.
Don't piss off old people. New game.
What do you mean it gives you Arby's mouth?
Artisanal muck duck balls.
I think they call that autofellatio.
I want to high five a shark.
Welcome to Bar Banter. Relax, have a drink with us as we debate the most controversial topics in the world today.
On today's podcast, we continue our famous animals tier list. To make things a little easier, the first part of this episode actually overlaps with the previous one, so you don't have to go back and listen, unless you want to. If you have any major thoughts about where these animals ended up on our tier list, be sure to yell at us on social media. Big shout out to Jaime Jackson for joining us on this episode, and be sure to check out her new book, Bound to the Fate of Kings, dropping on October 31st. And speaking of dropping, let's drop back into the episode. Guys, we ready? I'm good. Rick's ready. Team, people, we're gonna put some famous animals into a tier list. There's a lot of animals out there that have been in media throughout the years, and I thought it might be a little too difficult to rank them, maybe like 1 through 10, or who's the worst, who's the best. So I figured maybe we start off with doing a tier list, and then we can revisit this and rank them based off of their tier. What our listeners are not seeing right now is I do have a tier list up on my screen that everyone can see. It will be published on social media somewhere at some point when we're done with it. But I do want to reiterate with these tier lists, S is the best, super, best, awesome, should be reserved as such, right? If you think there's doubt that they might not be an S tier, probably not an S tier. Same thing with F tier at the bottom. If there's some sort of redeeming quality, probably not an F tier. Put them in C. I just did S, A, B, C, F. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense in terms of the alphabet, but that's how a lot of tier lists go. Maybe they include the D tier, maybe an E. I just thought 5 would be good enough. So I'm going to go a slide down, show everyone an animal that has been famous, either in TV, film, social media, perhaps. And then we're going to talk about what tier they belong in. Everyone ready? Everyone good?
Yeah. So ready. So
yeah.
good.
Okay.
I
First
hope
one.
Charlie the Unicorn pops up.
He's not on there, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Let me backtrack. This is not a complete list. There will be animals that are left off. There's hundreds of them. We don't have time to do hundreds of them. So there might be animals that belong in S tier that we didn't mention. That's fine. We're just talking about the ones.
There's about 1.7 million known species.
And Bigfoot is also not on this
Definitely
list.
one of them.
Definitely not.
If that's not an S tier, I don't know what is.
Definitely an F tier.
Loch Ness Monster S tier.
if there was a NA tier, that would be a good one.
Nice.
All right. First animal. I'm hoping this will be the first two will be kind of softballs. We'll all generally agree on the first two, and then we'll kind of get into the groove. First animal, Hobbs, the tiger, lovable tiger. Where does he fit? What kind?
I don't know what to do with him as the first one.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh my God.
I put him right in the middle just because it was okay. It didn't change my life. So
I think he's B tier.
I gotta go C. I gotta go C tier for Hobbs.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm gonna go F tier.
Ooh. Wow.
Because not an actual animal.
No.
He is a stuffed toy.
No, for the purposes of this conversation, he's
an imaginary friend to a boy who has some serious mental issues.
All cartoons are imaginary.
I respect that avenue, but
thoroughly disagree.
Respect the rules, sir, and respect the spirit of the game. And I'm gonna go C tier.
I'll go C tier then. If we're gonna respect.
See, I'm B tier. Like those comics.
Okay, if we
No,
wait.
A
If I'm
tier.
gonna,
Not knowing what's coming next makes this
Thanks,
so
Jamie.
hard. I wish he wasn't the first one.
You don't
That's-
need to
that's
know
the idea.
necessarily know what's next.
if I'm
And
gonna
That's why I'm going
revise
C. I can't go
based
higher.
on the spirit of the law, I'm gonna go C tier mostly because I wanted more. Like I wanted like a cartoon. Like I know it was a comic, but I wanted more backstory
Okay.
There we go.
for
All right,
Calvin.
Jim.
I wanted actual content because he was always just sort of, you know, either the comic relief or, you know, the trope of it. It wasn't. He was always a very, very, very side character that existed in that world.
I like it. That was well thought out.
Jamie, you were saying A.
I have a lot of nostalgia attached to Hobbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like, come on. He tackled Calvin. Sometimes he had some wise things to say. Sometimes.
I think
And he was loyal.
he was the most loyal for sure. I will say, as we go through this, if we need to move him up, we can move him up. We'll stick him at C for now. I think that
C
I
with
was,
the potential to B.
yeah, I was teetering between A and B. I went B because I only discovered Calvin and Hobbes later in my childhood. I wish I had known him earlier, so I had that full breadth of, but I was already had fallen into whatever I was interested in, so I didn't get that full experience. So, well, C's okay. We'll if again the early ones, if we need to revisit, we'll revisit. This next one should be a slam dunk. Everyone should agree on this one. Next one was Scrappy Doo.
Oh, that's an F.
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 That's an F.
No doubt. F T.
Yeah,
Is
not
there
an F
less-
for not an F for
Is there
me.
less than an F? He is a negative
Negative F.
Ghost Rider for me.
So I don't think he's an F, but I'll just clearly outnumbered, so I'm just gonna go sit on my
He was created to
Told
try and
story.
save the franchise from destruction and ended up just being a megalomaniacal.
Yeah, like you can't
obnoxious
take
character.
the opposite of I'm blanking on the dog. Scooby. Thank you.
Scooby.
You can't take the like opposite character of Scooby and make him smaller. Yeah.
No.
I wasn't sold at F originally, but when you put it that way, Drew, I'm on board.
Next animal, Garfield.
Garfield pissed me off. I'm sorry, but he was annoying to me. And the fun thing is he was actually more annoying to me than Scrappy was. So
Interesting.
Garfield is an F for me. I found him very annoying.
I put Garfield on an A tier.
Ooh.
My reasoning is love the comics growing up. And then we got into the realm of the comics where they like removed Garfield
Mm.
and it was just John talking to himself, like Garfield didn't actually exist. And then there's the universe where Garfield's like a monster.
Oh
that is
yes.
con-
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
just
John.
Constantly, I'm sorry, John. On Reddit, if you guys want to look it up, it's really depressing and creative. But yeah, I think I liked him more as like a daily cartoon in the paper than Calvin and Hobbes.
Drew, so what was your final vote? Were you B or A?
Actually, I'll go B just because it didn't have that much of an influence on me.
I would vote A, but I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to die on the hill for it.
I'm a C on Garfield.
Oh, sounds like a B to me.
You know,
So
Go ahead, Ben.
well, so I'm an F, and granted, I have a dog. I've had a dog for 9 years, but I was always more of a cat person, and Garfield kind of pissed me off as a cat person. I did not like him and what he did on a regular basis. So again, he's an F for me.
Eating
Wait,
lasagna.
what?
No, he was a pain in the ass.
So
He was
we're
a pain in the
cats.
ass.
That's
You're a dog
cat
person.
motif.
he wasn't a pain in the ass in a cute way, like most cats are.
Yeah.
No,
Mm,
Most cats, you can tell they're plotting to kill you.
literally,
But they
it's
do it
scientifically
cutely.
proven.
For
can
someone
we
who
just
don't-
say most cats on here shouldn't be above a B tier?
I will settle on a C.
Shouldn't
but
be?
if
that what you
he
said?
goes above a C,
Gonna
then
try
I'm
to
going to
kill
be
you.
angry. So
B sounds like the best average for Garfield to me.
I think B is good for it
you
I'm
have
struggling
you have a
between
C
B
and
and
an
C.
F.
at the
Well,
moment.
I'm struggling
That's-
between B and C.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go B. I think B's fine. That's average. He's average. He's nothing special. He's average. I think that's fine.
terrible.
Next animal is Bugs Bunny.
I mean, creme de la creme.
I think he's
You talk about
S tier.
nostalgia. I mean,
You think
he's an S tier.
S tier animal.
Like literally childhood, moving into middle school, moving into high school.
See, I was gonna go A. I think he's got the comedic chops. He's got the staying power. He's got the brand identity. He's got a lot of really good things. I can't go S. He's a little annoying.
He
Like-
brings sarcasm. He brings sarcasm into your life before you even know what sarcasm is. Like,
But
and-
did I agree with what you're saying, Ben, and I'm working through this. But did your enjoyment of Bugs Bunny change based off the character Bugs Bunny was interacting with? For example, like, did you like him better if he was with Yosemite Sam versus somebody else? Like
Elmer Fudd,
Daffy
yeah,
Duck.
Elmer
Daffy
Fudd or
Duck.
Foghorn Leghorn. And if
or Michael
Mark
Jordan.
Martian.
yeah, you get the idea.
Documentary.
And if the answer to that question is yes,
It's a no.
no, that's for, I get it.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the panel, if the answer to that question is yes, I don't think I can go S tier. If I understand, if your answer is no, then that would qualify S tier. Because to me, I will say this: Bugs Bunny didn't make up for Elmer Fudd to me, and I did not. I skipped those episodes.
Well, I would agree with you. The fact that Elmer Fudd was just a crappy character. I mean, he's boring as hell. So
I'm kind of
Didn't
with
help.
Rick on this.
Did you get
where
where I'm trying to take that?
but in my mind, Bugs Bunny
That's fair. If
was
that's
always
your answer, but
was always the A or the S, according to this. Depending, it didn't matter. Like somebody, like if he was going against Yosemite Sam, it made it more fun. If he was going against Tasmanian Devil, it made it more fun. Elmer Fudd was less fun because nobody liked Elmer Fudd, but Bugs Bunny still brought it home, regardless of who he was with. So, in my mind,
Jamie, Bugs Bunny thoughts?
I'm having a hard time picking between S and A.
And that's the argument right there.
Yeah.
It's A, right?
Mhm.
If you're not sure, if there's
Mhm.
just a little bit of doubt, S should be reserved for like no
But I-
doubt, 100%.
Oh, it's
hate
it's a
not
really
knowing the
hard one.
pool.
It's like
Because-
I love.
But we can change. We
watching-
can change them later, Rick.
Can we
Once
do
know the
that? Can we
pool,
get like a
We'll-
bump,
we'll-
like a one
we'll-
bump?
We'll do a once over after.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Okay,
Let's
all
stick
right.
them at A.
Then A, yeah.
Okay.
highlight him in yellow or something.
I'm not doing that.
He's
we'll
moving
be
on
able
up.
to tell. All right. Next animal. Grumpy Cat. The meme.
I hate you.
That's an A for me.
Oh, I was going
A.
F.
Rick, I'm with you.
I
F.
knew this would be contentious. I knew.
So fucking stupid.
All right. So I think I heard 2 A's and 2 F's.
Yeah.
So a B
Awesome.
minus.
So a
I
B
guess
minus.
B minus is a C.
I'm gonna go B. Well, I think we stick him at B because I just think he's a staple. He's an icon.
No,
He is. He
He is
absolutely
pop
is.
culture.
for
Like-
like 30 seconds.
Literally.
No,
The
people
fact that
still
we're
use him.
saying he is the same level of Garfield is despicable to everything in society.
I think that
I find
I don't
it
even-
despicable that Hobbs is under.
Yeah, that's I don't like
Garfield.
that.
I don't
That's
even
because
like
it's-
Garfield.
Lower than
I don't love
Garfield.
that
it's
either.
because
That's
you're
despicable.
an author. We understand.
we can go ahead and move Hobbs up to B if
No.
we really want to.
All right, we can switch Hobbs and Garfield. I'm fine with that.
No,
Or
we can
Hobbs
switch
and Grumpy
Hobbs
Cat.
No.
and Grumpy Cat.
I'm
No.
good with that too,
No.
actually, Rick. Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Hobbs and
come
Grumpy
back.
Cat.
We'll-
I'll make
let-
that switch right
We'll
now.
come back.
I
We'll
think
come back.
B tier is a level of
Average.
visibility where everyone knows exactly why this is important,
Except
but
nobody-
didn't necessarily have a
Okay.
huge impact on.
If you're putting
It's
it that
average.
way.
B is average.
B is straight
Okay.
average.
But
Straight
Hobbs
average.
hit people all the way up to the age of what, 60, 70, 80?
Yeah,
We'll
which
come
is,
back.
Which is
Grumpy
why
Cat
I'm,
didn't hit
Stop
anybody
it.
over
which
the
is
age
why
of
I'm-
35.
We'll come back. We'll come
I'm
back.
reconsidering Hobbs.
No.
So
Hobbs
come
should
back.
go lower. I'm gonna destroy the podcast. Scrappy and Hobbs should flip.
Next animal, Sunny, who is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
F.
F.
No.
Really? I'm not saying F, but if you guys all say F, I was gonna say D, but
Just not.
Well, I honestly,
Well,
I mean,
D is
it's-
not an option. So
sorry,
Well, so Travis, if you're going for like tropes, and so I'm kind of thinking of these, since we can't do all of them, they're kind of representing their brand and like their
Yeah,
I love Cocoa Puffs.
yeah, but
no, just like their
I know.
their genre. If you had said Tony the Tiger,
yes.
Which is why I
maybe like an
didn't.
A.
we may be in the B or A realm.
I like a
Sunny
little. I
is
like a
just-
little chaos, and that's why I like Sunny. I actually would like. I would probably say B, but if everyone
or
says
like
F, I'll put-
Toucan Sam.
Yeah.
Like there's so many other
Yeah.
I don't follow.
you're gonna need to
them.
put him in. You need to put him in an
Cartoon-
F, Travis.
Yeah.
animals.
Okay,
Yeah, you
okay,
got to put
yeah,
them in
okay.
F.
Okay.
If we're going with Sunny,
There's a lot, so I'm not doing representation of all cereals. So it's the individual character. Lassie, good old dog.
Oh, come on, man! You can't hate on Lassie. Fuck you if you do.
Was it A or S? Are you saying
it's a B.
Hey.
Yeah. B.
Fuck you,
it's a B.
bees.
B.
Okay. Cat person.
What? Lassie's not dog or cat person. Lassie's just Lassie.
Tell me
Lassie's going
one-
around and letting people know that Timmy fell in the well.
Tell me the
Yes.
tell me the
Tell me
plot
what
to
cat
one
would do that.
episode.
Batman
Tell
should
me
have
the
stayed
plot
in the
to
well.
one episode of Lassie that you know of that did
Thank you,
not
Travis.
involve Timmy falling in a well.
At least an A.
The
I would
barn
go.
was on
I
fire.
would go
At least an
S, but at least an A.
No,
I'm settled on A.
an S? Are you effing kidding me?
Not
It's
S.
Lassie.
I'll
like-
leave this. I'll leave
It's
this.
like
I'll
saying
leave it
fucking
right now.
Bambi doesn't
B.
belong in an S.
Well,
B.
I'm
if
gonna
we
hurt
get-
your feelings, Bambi.
Yeah.
does
Get
belong.
Lassie the fuck out of here.
If Bambi pops up and you don't all say S, you're fucking terrorists. You're terrible people.
If Chance or Shadow doesn't
Bambi's
make it onto
mom was
this, I'm going to
delicious.
fucking rage, Travis.
I don't think they did.
If they do not make it on this and Lassie gets an A, I quit.
Again, that's not saying Chance or Shadow aren't A. This is just saying that Lassie's an A. You said B.
No, Lassie
Rick
is
said-
not an A.
Yeah,
You
I
said
agree.
B. Rick said B.
B or C, which is it's a B minus.
Jamie said A. Ben said
Yeah.
A. I said A.
Ben said S.
Get Lassie the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
It-
I think it's
Average. It averaged correctly, but it still angers
Yeah.
me.
Yes, I agree. Above average, not S, not perfect, not great, not the
No, it averaged out where it should be.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Hedwig, Harry Potter's owl.
Well, he shits a lot. Other than that,
It makes me
It's an
mad,
A.
but it has to be an
It's-
S, right?
It's an
Yeah.
A for me.
Because it doesn't do anything wrong, so it's got to be above average.
he keeps him connected.
She dies to protect him.
I'm so confused by our grading criteria.
He should probably be an S. Honestly,
can
literally does
I-
everything right to Harry. Like literally does everything right
Yeah.
to the human.
Yeah. Could be
Can
S.
Can I do a serious take from
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a literary standpoint?
Go for it.
He's Harry's connection to the wizarding world when he's not at Hogwarts, when he's stuck at his aunt and uncle's house. He's the only thing really between the first and fifth-ish books that really grounds him in the wizarding world as a magical person or creature, anything that is alive and he can constantly just have a connection to, that reminds him of the fact that he's not just fucking nuts or crazy or dreaming or whatever. Hedwig has a very special place in those books, and his death in the books is a very huge symbol of his
Whoa,
breaking of that
spoilers!
connection between his life as a
For people like me who haven't read it yet.
human or muggle. Yes, you have, Rick.
I know. I'm just
10 years later.
Yeah,
I
20
know
years later.
if you hadn't 20 years later, his death in the books is a very huge symbol of his final disconnection between his life as a closeted person in the human world and his final like just only being a wizard type of thing. So Hedwig's got a very special place in my heart.
He should be an S.
Yeah, S.
I will put him as an S.
Okay. And I think I heard Rick mention
Her.
S.
Sorry.
So S it is. Okay. We have our first S tier. Next animal is Winnie the Poop.
So mentally unprepared for the way this was gonna go.
I don't know why I put poop.
This is not that this is
Probably
not
had
what I
something
was
on my
thought we
mind.
were doing. Yeah, I thought we were doing like Harambe and stuff like that. But all right.
Well, I said animal. Originally, it was animals and media.
You did.
So,
That's
yeah.
correct. You did.
and
so
media
we're not-
is such a broad term. I get it. Yeah.
So Winnie the Pooh.
Give me C.
Yeah,
B.
B is fine.
B is fine.
He's a mid tier.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with B.
He wasn't even my favorite character in the Winnie the Pooh series. Like that's the problem.
Interesting picture that you went with for the Winnie the Pooh one.
Bro, it was literally just like, let me just grab
Bro.
stuff off of
Hey, I mean, I get it. I
come on,
am
bro.
mad. You put effort into it. I appreciate it. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Travis, I didn't get your vote. I see you're putting him at B, but I
That's
didn't
just-
get your.
I'm
actual
just
vote.
I'm not a big Pooh fan.
I know the averages are not going to work out in my favor, but he's an A for me.
So I'm kind of a C. Don't really
Ooh,
like the
A for
character.
you, Drew.
So I think B's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's got enough staying power. He's got enough longevity. B's fine. I think that's
The 100-Acre Woods and just the story behind him is really good.
okay. The only thing I would make him for me to make him go to B is the new horror film that's out about him.
It's
Makes him a B.
so bad.
I'm sure it is, and I need to watch it.
I've seen it. It's real bad.
All right. Next animal, Puss in Boots. Another cat. And I'm talking the animal, not the person who plays him.
Not Antonio Banderas.
Right. If it was Antonio Banderas, it'd be S tier. If it's just
Mhm.
Puss in Boots.
He's a C for me.
Yeah, I think C
Yeah,
is probably
he's kind of
yeah,
annoying.
he's kind of annoying.
The original like fairy tale behind him, which I can't remember I think it's Grimm's, is really, really good, but I don't think he's really ever been portrayed well in media.
Yeah.
I would throw out F.
I'm not quite at F.
I'm actually okay.
I don't
with that.
I don't
Okay with
actively
that.
dislike him, so I can't put F.
That's
but
fair.
C's good. C's
I'm
good
okay
enough.
with C. I just
Below average.
to
Yeah.
officially
No,
cast my vote.
I would never put him as B.
Okay.
All right.
Next animal, Spike,
Ah,
the
Spike.
monkey from Ace Ventura. This, to me, I know I haven't been super opinionated. This is S tier.
Me too.
This is one of my favorite animals of all time. Is Spike the monkey?
Real life monkey, completely devoted to Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Also played in multiple roles in multiple movies. So,
Yeah.
good for,
Are we
good for that
talking like
specific
all
monkey.
capuchins or just
Nope.
the specific
No.
monkey?
Just
No, it's that
Spike.
specific monkey.
That
Yeah,
specific one.
Spike.
I
I'll be honest, I've never seen the movie. So
You haven't seen Ace Ventura?
never seen it.
I have, and it does not hold any special place in my heart. So I
Yeah.
put him as
That
I'd
was
put
one of
him
my
at C.
favorite movies growing up.
I can quote every word of both movies.
I put him as C.
I don't even remember
All
him
right.
from Ace
Travis,
Ventura.
we're gonna have to
So-
settle on an A, I think.
I respectfully.
I'm okay with A. I could not do lower than an A. I would throw feces. I don't know.
Well,
You could
Drew-
not do lower than an A?
I couldn't do. I was saying S. I was like, he's like,
No.
oh, yes.
Absolutely not. C at
No.
best.
He's
no,
not.
no,
Travis,
do not put
Travis,
him in A.
Travis,
There's
I
enough,
think we're gonna
enough
have
consensus that
we're
you
gonna
have to
put
at
him
least
at
put him
B.
in a B.
We're gonna have to put him
Like
in
I
a B.
don't even remember
I
that
hate
the
it. I
character
hate it.
existed. So that just seems like a
I legitimately cannot
Yeah.
remember a scene that
That's a
that
good
monkey's
point.
in.
He's gonna have to be a B, Travis.
God, I hate all of you so much.
I want him in S too, but they're right. I mean, Ace Ventura.
They're
and
not. They're not. It's one of the
No,
best.
but the
animals of all
fact
time.
I agree,
It's
but
very specific to you.
Ace
as
Ventura,
individuals.
Yeah, it's
was
an
not as well
opinion
known as some of
podcast.
these.
That makes sense. Next animal, Jaws.
Oh God.
S.
See, this is where I thought we were going.
Absolute S
Like
tier.
Jaws, King Kong. Oh yeah, we'll get
T-Rex.
there. We'll get there. We're all going all over the map.
Jaws has to be an S.
Yeah,
Has
well,
to be an S.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
As much as
As what
I
it's
have-
As
done.
many people as he eats.
Yeah,
Fair.
I've seen that movie within the last year, and it does not hold up super well. But for what it did for like creature horror flicks,
Yeah, I mean,
and everything that's come after
With
what
Drew.
Jaws did has to be an S.
yeah.
It
I mean, look
inspired
at
that fear of the ocean and the unknown and what
Okay.
could be out there.
And
Yeah,
one of
when
the-
you put it that way, he definitely deserves to be up there because I will not step foot in that water.
That's why he's S tier. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everyone fears Jaws. And that one ride at Universal that doesn't exist anymore.
and
yeah.
the Super Nintendo video game of Jaws.
Wait, he
that
took it
is
out?
surprisingly
That we played in your
They took out the
basement.
ride?
And it was
Oh, yeah.
really hard, Rick. Really hard.
Well, and you got to think
And it's
Surprisingly
literally
difficult.
you're just fishing. And it's real hard.
Next animal, Donald Duck.
Oh,
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
That's-
What?
F.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
We're gonna be throwing bows here in a second.
Wow.
Okay, one, Donald has anger issues.
Yep.
That's why I love him so
He
much.
has anger issues.
He has character, is
In-
what you're saying.
Mm.
He has
I-
depth,
He has range.
range. He has depth.
I
I could write 14 books about Donald Duck. I could write one about Mickey Mouse. Let's be real.
I would put Donald in A.
Yeah, not S. Not F.
Well, no, he's definitely not S.
Not
No.
S.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely
But
not
if
S.
you look at everything from like DuckTales to just
Wait,
early
But
he didn't
animation,
show up in DuckTales. He like
No,
dropped
he
his
wasn't in
nephews in like
DuckTales.
jets.
he is.
So that's my problem. So DuckTales is
He
Scrooge
abandons
McDuck
his
and
family.
Dewey and like. So
Those are his
if you would have
nephews.
done
Mark
Those are
is
not
his
his
decision.
uncle.
abandons his
He is
family.
an-
He just
uncle to those. He took those kids in after. Do you actually want to know the story of this?
yes, I do.
Yep.
Huey,
Please.
Dewey, and Louie are his nephews.
Mhm.
Their
You
mom
just pulled that.
yeah, and Donald plays
had
a
an
small
affair
role.
with a man who never shows up again. She gave them to Donald to
Duck.
take care of, and he brought them to his other uncle, who is the richest motherfucker in the absolute world, to take care of them. He did right by them. By
Right.
like the late 80s, early 90s, he was actually given custody of the nephews because he was a better parent to them than their actual mother.
Okay, fine. You can.
Smaller role.
And
Give me B for Donald Duck.
I won't go lower than a B for sure. Can't be low.
No, he's not
I'll-
lower.
Okay,
I'm,
I'll
I'm
take
changing.
B.
I'm changing to A.
You got 1A.
Um,
Drew's an A. Ben,
Ben, what
you
was
were
your vote?
A.
A
Ben's
C.
Oh,
Ben's
Ben's
a
C.
C.
Sounds like it's a B to me.
I think B is right because he's not a main character in that universe. Even though he has his own staying power, and he's banned in France for not wearing pants. I think B.
Iraq.
I think B makes sense. Iraq, probably France too. Next animal, we've got.
I hope you clicked too far one time and accidentally.
I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm too good at this. I'm not drunk enough yet.
Mm.
Snoopy. Where we at?
I'm
Where we
gonna
at?
upset
We're all
people,
over the-
and
we're
I'm
all
gonna
over
do
the
it.
place.
Okay.
Give me F for Snoopy. I'm gonna upset people.
F.
Oh,
Give me F.
holy fuck.
That's
Yep.
too low.
You have no soul.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I stand.
Interesting.
This is a hill I'm willing to die on.
You're gonna die on it alone.
That's fine, but you should
There-
know that whatever
Actually,
S
Rick,
tier you're trying to put him in, it's automatically an A because I voted F.
Rick, I
It's not
appreciate it.
S. It's not S.
I almost put him in A because he's the only thing I like about
Right.
that franchise.
Yeah.
I'm okay with an A
But-
too. I'm good with an A.
No, actually, I'm okay with like a C, honestly,
Right. B him up.
because
baby.
I don't,
I think B makes sense.
I don't love
He's average.
really
He's
anything
average.
about
That's okay.
the franchise except for Snoopy, and I think he's the best thing about it.
That
and
was Snoopy
that's-
average and Jaws is an S. I just don't get it. That
and the
blows my
reason
mind.
why Snoopy is average is because the rest of that is so awful. His averageness makes him look great. And so you're
Yeah.
blinded
I'm with Rick on this.
by the
I'm
comparison.
I'm okay with that. I'm
But the
okay.
problem
Peanuts-
is that
Peanuts as
Snoopy was a
concept is just not
character,
good.
is a Peanuts concept, and literally everything that came out of the entire Peanuts thing was 90+% Snoopy. Like he literally built that, put the whole entire franchise on his back.
Right. That's exactly my point.
That's my point. Is that
By
he was-
how bad the rest of it is.
But that
he looks
doesn't bring
that
the rest
good.
of the franchise up
Right.
in the in
It
the
was more
long
at
I
run.
just can't. I
It was
disagree.
more at grasping at straws versus like actually like marketing something really.
If
good.
I have to
Like,
watch,
this is the best that we can do, so we're gonna do Snoopy.
grasping at straws, Peanuts
if
and
I have
Snoopy.
to,
It's
if
so
I have to watch the
massive.
Christmas episode
Grasping
one
at
more
what
time
straws?
for 30 seconds of Snoopy, I'm going to riot.
All right.
Riot. Next animal. I think B was perfect. We've got next animal, Ho from Kung Fu Panda.
That's an S.
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 Ooh, wow.
S coming out
Defend it, Jamie.
strong.
Give me your reasons.
Hard, yeah. I'm gonna need some convincing on S,
Well-
which is automatically.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
But was that him or is that
Just with his pinky. Come on.
Jack Black?
No, it's him. It's him.
Him.
So the route I am taking here, I'm gonna give an A vote to this because I thought it was a unique character. And yes, Drew, I think a portion of that is Jack Black, but I think the overall take is unique to the story. And I also just watched a panda fall off like a zip line at the zoo on YouTube.
Oh no, was
So-
that the one where they tried to cross the bamboo bridge?
Yes, that's the
Yes,
one.
I
That's
watched that one too. Pandas should be extinct because they're the dumbest animal in the
Yes.
entire
Yeah.
effing world.
And because of
Basically
that, you're,
sloths.
you're telling me he's a ninja warrior? Hilarious.
He's the Dragon Warrior. Get it right.
I
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
like
whatever.
the I
Dragon
do
Warrior.
like the dichotomy of it. I cannot give it an A. I
That's
will
fair.
give him a B.
I would give him an S along with Jamie.
Thank you.
Fucking love one of my favorite characters of the last
Are you people?
10 to 15 years
Rick, where are you? Are
in
you
this
A?
realm.
Babe, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said A.
Okay.
I would watch Kung Fu Panda 10 times more than I would watch Jaws.
Yeah.
Because I have doubts of just like the what else might be slightly better out there. I gotta give him A. I think A is still above average. It's still
A's fun.
really
Give me
good.
fucking Cusco.
Cusco's an F. If Cusco popped up, he's an F. And Cusco's only a donkey for like a third of the movie, so
Llama.
wouldn't count. Sorry, Llama.
All
Thank you.
of you.
Llama.
First of all, if that's on the list, S, because you
Yeah,
don't throw out the
Kronk.
Emperor's
If
groove.
Kronk were to show
You
up.
do not.
Beware
Oh
the
my
groove.
God.
Sorry, ridiculously dumb.
Next animal,
That tells me all I need to know about you.
Likewise,
Scooby Doo. How are we feeling Scooby Doo wise?
he's an S.
He's an
He's
S.
a B.
C tier. Because if you take away Shaggy, Scooby isn't funny.
But you just put a different character in for
Ooh.
Shaggy, and
Ooh.
Scooby's funny again.
Okay. So what you're
But
saying is Scooby
Scooby
is
is
an
the main
additional
part of it.
character to make him
Scooby
funny.
makes the show though.
Scooby
I could
is
watch that
makes
show
the
Does
show.
he really?
No,
No, you
though?
couldn't.
Yeah, I
Otherwise,
could.
If you without Scooby, it's just 4 kids solving mysteries, like 9,000 other shows out there of
And they would
people
all
solving
better.
mysteries.
But Ben, it's the same gag every
It's
fucking
not.
time. You want a Scooby snack?
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, you
How
said
many
you
times
said
can
to
I
get
hear
your
that?
courage and whatever, and you
God.
bulldoze the bad guy who doesn't end up to be an actual monster.
Shaggy is a better version of Scooby, just human. They both get Scooby snacks. They both make the same dumb jokes. They both are scared of the silliest things.
And Shaggy's just high as fuck the whole time.
Right? Fred's still trying to bone the hot one. And then there's just Thelma. And
Where is your childhood? Like, where's your
Velma?
childhood attachment?
I just explained it to you.
Did you go from 4 to 40 overnight?
I haven't in
damn.
different places.
I watch better shows than Scooby-Doo.
I truly love Scooby-Doo, but in the long run, if you're watching episode after episode, if you ever, I challenge you, Ben, binge 10 episodes of Scooby-Doo, the exact same episode with slightly different context.
Okay, so binging is very easy for anything you enjoy.
Yeah.
But
not back in the day.
I have
back in
binged
the day. You
Scooby-Doo.
waited a week. You waited a few weeks.
No,
you saw it on
didn't.
early morning.
Yeah,
early
you did. It
morning,
was
like
Saturday morning cartoon.
Saturday
Yeah,
morning
when you were
cartoons.
5 to
It was
12,
once a week.
And you would
And then-
binge it for
which
2
was
hours.
not that long ago.
Yeah, but from when you were
Yeah,
10,
but
11,
Scooby-Doo
12
was
years old,
relevant.
But that's 4
When
episodes.
Scooby-Doo was relevant, we were watching Saturday morning cartoons, so we were watching it week to week, and it is the exact same storyline over and over and over again with slightly different variables. It's good. It's a good concept. I give it that, but nowhere near S tier. I give it a C.
And especially when you narrow down on Scooby, Scooby doesn't make that show.
you guys are going to be so hated on social media for this.
Yeah.
I promise.
I think you
I challenge them to come up with a
Yeah.
good argument.
come
of
at
why
me with why is Scooby good without
Scooby-
Shaggy?
Scooby, like give me actual evidence of where Scooby-Doo as a character helped
Because
adds value to
solve
show.
the mysteries outside of when he got the Scooby snack.
Be ready for
He's basically
your ride.
Popeye.
and not
He
even
was the-
and
he was
take
the
away
Gets his,
solving
gets his spinach
the mystery.
and suddenly just Deus Ex Machinas everybody into revealing that the bad guy was actually the
you're
guy
missing
who's-
the point. The point is that we've been watching mystery shows for decades,
No,
but
we
all of a
haven't.
sudden
and they're bad mysteries.
they add the concept of a dog who can talk, who is
Ish.
funny. He's a comic relief.
Ish.
Like
He
the
connects
glue
to
that
both.
holds the team together.
Yeah, and he connects adults and kids, like brings in multiple generations to this. Like it's all Scooby.
No.
He's the connection to everybody for this. He's the
No.
outlier. He is what makes that show so great. And he is why that show was so massively branded across so many different things. It's him.
And
Got nothing to do
eventually
with
the
anybody
reason they
else.
brought in Scrappy-Doo is because it was failing
Yes.
and they couldn't
If
keep
you-
viewership up.
Yes. If Scooby
And
was so
that-
great, you don't need another dog.
Exactly. The only reason I really truly love Scooby-Doo is because of the live action with Matthew Lillard as Shaggy,
Mhm.
who was fantastic in that.
But doesn't that say
So-
something that years after the cartoon was ended, they decided to come back and make 2-3 movies out of it? Because
And
Yeah.
still, Scooby wasn't the best
concept-
character
yeah.
in those movies.
Yeah, the concept was amazing. Again, Scooby-Doo as the dog character really never took like the forefront of that.
I'm gonna go ahead and put him at A tier because we've got 2 S's. I'm averaging it out.
C's.
Yeah, and I'm probably an A.
Okay.
I,
All right.
I think he's,
That's
yeah,
fair.
he's about.
I
an
never
A.
heard your vote.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a chance.
That's
So,
fair.
next animal, Hercules, the dog from Sandlot.
Oh,
no,
Is he a MacGuffin
whatever.
or is he
it's
like
just a whatever? It's a
Yeah.
whatever character. It's
Damn,
an F.
on
It's just
F?
it's a whatever character.
I would give it a C.
Definitely
I
not
at best.
understand. I understand the F
Not-
logic, but he doesn't detract from it. I agree. He's a whatever.
I would-
character. So because of
I
that,
gotta go with
he's a C.
B. He's got to be average. Like if he doesn't like make or break
I'm also
the
okay
movie.
with that. He doesn't take away. I agree. He's a throwaway item. But to me, are you
Ooh.
saying Hercules and Scrabby or whatever are the same thing?
No, God, you can't.
Right. And you're
Yeah.
not. We're not saying
Yeah,
that.
no.
So
So like he's got to be a B. He's average because he doesn't make it any worse. He doesn't make it any better. He's just kind of there.
I'm not mad.
But he's a real good boy.
I would
He's
give
a
him
real
an
good boy.
Okay,
A.
all dogs but Scrappy are good dogs.
He's a real good boy.
Ooh.
We put
Adrian.
all
I-
dogs
okay.
in A tier.
I'm gonna give him an A because if you look at Sandlot objectively, he is a very real reason why the plot of that movie exists. It's all about the myth of what happens when you send a ball over
The
the
Bigfoot.
Most
over
likely to be
over the
true.
fence.
Hercules the
And
dog.
if you get caught on the other side, they spend that whole time making the contraption to
Yeah.
get the ball back. And in the end, he's a huge part of why they connect with the owner of the house. Like he ends up being a good boy. I as much as he is a very side character, I would give him an A just because he's kind of an interconnected plot point for the movie.
But I agree with everything you just said. But I got to tie Ben's point back in. It could have been any dog to fit that point. Hercules
But it wasn't.
himself- I agree. I agree. They eventually settled on one, but that specific dog, that specific character doesn't necessarily enhance that line of reasoning. It just so happened to be that specific.
The Beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll
like
get that.
I you could apply that.
No, I like that, and I'll
Could have been a
dock it
tiger.
down-
It could have
I'll
been.
Could have been a fucking puma. It could have been
I
anything.
will dock it down to a B
I'm okay with it settling with the B.
then Rick because I think
I'm
I
still
think
in
it
that.
still holds.
So
I think it still holds up to
It
the
can't be an F.
narrative.
law of averages needs to be a C because
No,
it's-
it can't. It can't be an F.
ridiculous.
That's not a good vote.
No, it can't. It
No.
cannot be an
It
F.
can't be an F.
I'll go for.
Sorry,
I'll go
you-
for B's.
You
my
guys,
solid.
I don't trust your judgment after this whole Scooby thing. So
It's a B.
The Beast
He's a
is
B.
absolutely
Mo-
better than Scooby
Again,
in every
if
way.
we're talking statistics,
Scooby's been
most
around for
of these
50 plus
characters-
years and still making new stuff. It
I
makes
was
no
on your
sense.
side with this.
Thank you.
Scooby's still an A tier. He made it to A. That's good. That's
Yeah,
above
take your-
average.
Take
Let
your fucking
Hercules be
wins.
in B.
Yeah, that's
Let him be
Hercules,
in B.
Scooby, Hercules. That makes sense. Next animal, Baloo the bear from Jungle Book.
I am
S.
so excited for this one.
For the bare
Necessities.
Nobody hated Baloo. If
Yeah,
you hated
nobody-
Baloo, you were terrible child.
Yeah.
He's an S for me.
S as in Superman.
Yes.
I hear two S's. Ben,
Yeah, I'm good with an S. I love Baloo.
I think it's S. I think he's S tier. Rick, you might be the only one with reservations because we're all S tier. So, okay. Not even.
I want to hear. If there's detractors, I want to hear from it.
I don't.
I agree he's a good character. I just have reservations. So because of that, to me, he's an A. But if all four of you are S, I'm not mad about it. I just didn't land there immediately. Like, because he's the central character, sure.
He's the. Well, I don't know what the rest of the pool is, so I'll revert.
But no, I mean, again, we can detract if other people come up. So I'm not mad.
he's the Timon and Pumbaa.
Right? Yes, 100%.
Of
But
You
like-
put it that.
the Jungle Book, basically.
But
Yeah.
also a father figure. Like Timon and Pumbaa were more like brother figures. Baloo's more of the.
But also
father.
not
Fair.
Close uncle.
but not the bad.
Let's
kind.
say he's more of a guide
Too close.
and less comedic relief.
yeah,
I think is what we're going with.
But also Rick, like, not infallible. Like
Sure.
like the bare necessity lifestyle is not necessarily the best, but it's good.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
we're
which
not, we're not
gives him
arguing
some
philosophy here.
He's got depth. He's.
I'm okay with S.
Yeah,
I just
S.
didn't immediately land
Okay.
it.
Jamie, were you gonna say something?
No.
I don't believe you. This next one is a little niche. I hope most of you have heard of this animal. Next animal, Noodle the pug.
No, you're gonna have to show a picture.
F.
Is that your Paw Patrol guy?
No, it's not Paw. I should have done
Yeah.
Paw Patrol.
No,
But it
Paw
wasn't Paw
Patrol's the one.
This was the trend. There was a guy on social media who created a account for his pug who was very geriatric towards the end of his life. He was the bones, no bones day. Like if the pug could stand up on his legs, it was a bones day. It was going to be a good day. And if he just wanted to lay down in his little bed and kind of cuddle up, and because he couldn't really stand up that day, it was a no bones day. And it just do something to improve yourself. And
Is
F
that
tier.
Yeah, F.
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 I don't even know who that is.
Never even heard of it.
Sorry.
I've never heard of him.
I like
Give
the
me-
idea.
You can just remove him from this.
Give me Mad Max of Fluffy Road,
Yeah,
the corgi that gets carried around on the New York subway any day over any of those social media.
We will
accounts.
go.
If you want to go pug, give me the pug from Men in Black. I'll go.
There will be
There you go.
at least, if we put that out there, there's going to be at
Frank.
least two
Is that Frank?
Frank. It's Frank.
two
Yeah.
comments that say we're terrible people for putting him in. F2, but
and
that's
I'm
fine.
okay with
Yeah,
that
that's fine.
because it's
Yeah,
not my
they can
fault. I
go
don't know
fuck
who that
themselves.
is.
Next animal,
Exactly. Thank you. Good job, Rick. Yeah.
my favorite monkey, Abu.
S.
S.
Two quick S's.
Aladdin. Rick.
Rick, where are you at?
Okay with this.
I'm good with an S.
Give me
Okay.
S.
I'm teetering AS, but I'm good with either.
I put him on there because he's my favorite monkey.
Yeah, it's fair.
Because
S tier
Abu is the audience in
Yeah.
the show.
No
Yes,
argument.
Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's-
Absolutely.
Abu is us.
He is the chorus of the play.
Next animal, Zazu, the whatever. bird
Oh,
species
not
it is.
Zazu.
Zazu.
Line for the movie.
Of all the animals from Lion King, you went with Zazu.
I'm
Zazu.
throwing darts at different animals. I've got to get a.
You know
good
what?
mix.
A. Give me A for Zazu.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'll give that.
Hey.
Give me
He's one
A.
of those.
Yeah, he is a foil. He's in every almost
Why we
every scene.
All right.
He
So
gives
No.
life advice. He's in the enemy's camp. He.
And it's surprisingly loyal in the end.
Yep. No, I would absolutely give this.
Yeah, no, I'm
This
100%
is where
with
the
you, Drew.
monarchy is going.
I would almost go S, but
Or I would almost go
maybe
S
not
too,
quite.
but I was
I think Timon and Pumbaa would take an S for me.
for a
As a-
narc.
A unit.
He's surprisingly Unnarc-y. And I'm getting that tattooed on my lower back. For
I
a
think-
narc. He's surprisingly Unnarc-y.
for
Title of the
someone
episode.
who has had their nostalgia
I've
factor
got a
pulled
lovely
away
bunch
from
of
a couple of these
coconuts.
votes, and Drew, that right there, Zazu, if you just
Diddly-dee.
take away singing that song, loses an entire grade, if not more. For
no,
me,
what are you talking
Like,
about? He's got that.
sorry.
I just
Like-
can't wait to be king.
sorry,
He doesn't
So-
even
I've got
He's-
lovely
he's
bunch of
like a bee.
coconuts. They
I would go
are
with a
standing
B
in a
minus.
row.
Yeah, because he's forgettable. Like
He
I didn't
is-
even remember he
Oh,
Forgettable.
he
Fight.
is forgettable. You
We're
don't think of
gonna
Zazu
fight.
when
So
you think
happy
of the
right
Lion
now.
King. He's like the sixth character you think of when you think of the Lion King.
He's
He
on
is
the same
forgettable.
level as Iago from Aladdin to me. Of like
Mm.
Yeah,
minor
again, the
characters,
sixth character you think of when you
minor
think of that movie.
characters that meant so much
Let
to
me-
the actual plotline.
Let me point out that Scooby has to be the fifth character, but Iago and Zazu are past that. Like you're thinking of so many other characters before you get to
If
the
them.
you
only reason
erase
Scooby's the
Scooby-Doo-
fifth character is because
I'm
it's out of
going to bring it
five.
up for the rest of our lives.
If
I
you
want that to be
erase
known.
Scooby Doo from Scooby Doo,
It doesn't
wouldn't
exist.
matter. If you
If you
erase
erase
Iago
Zazu,
or
It
Zazu,
wouldn't matter.
The Lion
It
King
would.
would still exist without
it
Zazu
wouldn't.
because you've got Timon and Pumbaa and you've
If
got
you-
Simba.
He's
Scooby-Doo
the
still exists
authority
without
figure
Zazu.
that
It's
keeps
just a
everything
show
in
and a
check.
different name.
Iago and Zazu can be erased, and it's still the same movie with small
it is
variations.
not.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And because of this conversation, I'm moving Zazu down to a C.
I mean, that's not logical. So
That's
I'll
that's
move-
a level
I'll move
of
him
petty
up
I
to
can
an
get
S.
down with. I like that level of petty.
I will
100%.
move him up to an S.
yeah, but so here's where I'm gonna try to.
Have you tried to beat that level on Nintendo?
I'm gonna try to
It's
insert
fucking terrible.
just a little bit of
I think I had a
logic
game.
here, where if you want to say Zazu the bird is not necessarily wowing, that's fine. But the character Zazu represents is instrumental to me. Now, if you want to say he's not necessarily character development, fine. But you have to think that insert any, like, rethink all of your Disney movies, or it really just any movie where a young royalty is growing into a role. The Zazu character is there.
I'm gonna give this to you, Rick. I'm gonna put him in A tier for me because he is Alfred to Batman.
That and
and
C-3PO. He's C-3PO as well.
No. So just to keep this moving forward, I think averaged out, he's about an A. Maybe
I think he's a B. We've got 2 C's, 2 A's, and
I moved him up to S.
Yeah, so that's
a B average.
That's a B plus A ish.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna put him in A because there's not a really good way to put him in anything else. Last animal.
Ridiculous.
Leo the lion, the MGM lion, the roaring.
That's the last one.
Yeah, I got a bunch of others that we've been going for 2 hours. We have technical
Can you
difficulties.
pick a different last one than
Pick a
Leo the
different
Lion?
last
Get
one.
up in
That's
4 hours.
Fucking terrible last one.
I'll pick it up real quick.
he's
I'll
below
pick
F.
a different last one.
I got you. I got like
Yeah,
another
Free Willy.
Nope, not on the list. Donkey. Where's Donkey? Where's Donkey on the tier list? Donkey.
Wait, from Shrek?
Yep.
Yes,
Donkey.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
tier.
S.
S tier.
That's S tier.
It's hard to argue in S tier, dude.
S tier.
The comedic
S tier.
relief. Oh,
Donkey.
fucking pure
What?
genius.
Yeah, maybe one of the first like major character comedy reliefs.
Yeah.
That stayed throughout the entire thing. Like he was the sidekick, I guess you could say, that was present throughout the entire thing and had a lot to do with the actual plot.
Okay, so real quick, you guys are now seeing the list because I reshared my screen. Are we comfortable where everyone landed in the tiers now that we know exactly kind of what's happened? Look at Garfield, look at Grumpy Cat, look at Puss in Boots and Hobbs. Kind of those early ones. Do we want to move any around?
I feel
Is
like
there-
Hobbs and Garfield need to trade places there.
Still holding.
I'm good with that.
on my B and C where
Honestly,
Garfield and Hobbs are.
I could agree with moving Hobbs and Garfield.
All right,
Hobbs had a better, more influential role to it.
And if that's the only change we need to make, we did pretty good.
What I want to say is going to be so controversial. It's gonna take too long.
I'm,
So
I'm here for it, Rick. Go for it.
Jaws needs to drop from an S to an A. Scooby
Yes.
needs to drop from an A to a B.
No.
And then Hercules needs to go from a B to a C.
That last one, I have the biggest problem with.
I'm actually good with
Yeah.
Hercules and Jaws. Rick, I agree with you. 2 out of 3. That's great
Jaws
for us.
can
No, it's a group.
Jaws can
You
stay
can't
in
single
S.
them out. All 3 of those need to happen for me.
No, Jaws stays. Scooby can absolutely drop.
Right. And that's what I mean. We're going too far down the rabbit hole. I think we're fine with this.
This isn't bad. I think this is pretty close.
It still hurts a little bit, but I
Makes
think
my balls itch.
that's a good compromise.
It makes
Is
me
everyone
so
walking away
anxious,
feeling
but
bad.
it's fine.
Okay.
How is
Hey.
Grumpy Cat beating Garfield?
How am I going to sleep tonight?
That is,
Because
it's terrible.
Guys, Hedwig made S tier in the
That's
first
awesome.
round without anybody questioning, so I'm here for it.
I was like an A.
Can we
A,
just
but-
call Hedwig is the winner? Like that, I'm fine with that. Just
No,
Which
I
is
know-
crazy.
Hedwig is the
because-
winner.
No, we can't call Hedwig the winner.
Those
This
last
is
No.
crazy
three
because
are-
Travis asked me for any animals that he thought wouldn't be on the list, and I didn't include Hedwig.
This
Did
is
I?
terrible. This is terrible.
I didn't
bell curve.
include Hedwig. I actually took her off because I thought it was maybe a little bit too specific, and I'm really glad she made it.
I mean, if we're grading on a bell curve, everybody got at least a B plus. So.
That being said, guys, we got to do the last call. We're going to do this as quick as we're going to go Jamie, we're going to go Ben, we're going to go Drew, and then we're going to go Rick. These are some icebreaker type Halloween questions / would you rather questions, and we're just going to run through these as fast as we can.
Okay.
And with that, Jamie, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's Pumpkin.
Ooh, nice. Specific. I like it. Ben,
Well, I don't want to copy.
you can. It's fine.
I kind of have to. It's fucking Reese's Pumpkins. They're amazing.
Drew.
Candy corn. Fight me.
Yeah, I will.
I
fight
will.
Rick.
Fucking ridiculous.
Rick, we gotta go quick.
Starburst.
Starburst. Okay. Jamie, would you rather go trick or treating and get candy, or scare the kids as they come to your house?
Get candy.
Ben,
Give me some candy.
Drew,
Scare the kids.
Rick.
Get candy.
Perfect. Jamie, Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town?
Hocus Pocus.
Yep, absolutely Hocus Pocus.
Drew,
Hocus Pocus.
Rick.
Yeah, I don't know what Halloween Town is, so
That's fair.
Hocus
That's
Pocus.
Be grateful.
They're in the same.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No,
No, they're not. They're nowhere near.
That's
They
an
are
argument
both
for a different
good.
day.
It's
No.
like S tier versus B
F tier.
B minus.
I just
tier.
meant they're both.
B
tier.
We're about to have a
C
whole
tier.
other podcast.
They're
Yeah.
they're both children's Halloween movies.
No, they're not. Hocus
No.
Pocus is not for children.
Sure it is. I watched that as a kid.
Argument.
Jamie, would you spend the night in an abandoned insane asylum? Just yes or
No.
Straight
No.
up no. Ben,
No.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
bother me.
Drew,
Yeah, why not?
Rick,
Yes?
Should
Jamie.
have said with no lights. By the way,
This is gonna be our first live podcast. Is us in the same asylum?
Jamie, slutty or scary Halloween costumes?
Scary.
Scary. Ben,
I'll go slutty.
Drew.
Both.
Pick one. Pick a camp. Pick a camp. Pick a camp. Plant your flag. Let's
Scary.
Drew, no, Drew, you got to be slutty.
go. Rick.
I mean, I'm gonna be slutty.
Yeah,
but I like them to be
slutty.
Scary.
Okay. Jamie, would you rather be killed by Freddy Krueger or Jason?
Ooh.
You know, that's a hard choice.
Mhm.
Jason might be a faster death, so I would have that going for me.
Okay. I like that. Ben, Freddy or Jason?
Yeah, I don't want anybody in my dreams. Give me Jason.
Drew
Yeah, Jason.
and Rick.
Yeah, I dream about snakes too much. Give me Jason.
Fair enough. Jamie, would you rather be turned into a vampire or a werewolf? Like, if you had to like get bit and like, oh, I assume this thing. Would you rather be a vampire or werewolf?
Oh man. You know, I gotta go with vampire because my to be read list for books is insanely long, and I need that immortal life to get through them.
I like that. I like that. Ben,
Vampire. I look good in black. I'm good with it.
Drew,
Vampire.
you're already part vampire, so it makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, vampire for me too. I don't like camping.
Last question. Jamie, which scenario would you rather spend a year in? A
Ooh.
quiet place or Bird Box?
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm too loud to be in a quiet place.
Okay, so Bird
I
Box.
guess I'm stuck with Bird Box, but I haven't seen it.
But you know the premise. They you see it, you die.
You see it, you die. Okay, yeah.
You gotta just not see things.
I'm screwed either way.
Okay. Yeah, most of us are.
Yeah.
Ben.
I've been known to take road trips for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time and listen to no music and not talk at all. I can be quiet, so I will go quiet.
Cars making noise, but that's fine. Drew
Fireplace.
and Rick.
Give me Bird Box.
I like that was one of my favorite ones I came up with. The only one I want to talk about is I probably want to be a werewolf just because I think it'd be cool to be a wolf. That's it.
It would be.
That's I'd rather be a wolf than a bat.
Yeah,
That's-
but I like the longevity of.
don't-
That was a controversial
vampire.
statement.
Wolf than a bat. Yeah.
But you don't
Just means-
necessarily turn into a bat as a vampire.
That's right.
But
What
Yeah,
type of vampire are we talking?
Very
just saying-
specific genre.
I'm saying it is.
But a dog has to sleep
known-
outside, and I don't like camping. And
So do bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dogs don't have to sleep outside.
My dog doesn't sleep outside.
Here's mine.
Also, werewolf, you technically can choose when to change, or it's just on the full moon, so you don't have to do that all the time.
yeah, there's a lot of variables.
But as a vampire, you don't have to shapeshift at all if you don't want to.
Bam.
That's why I'm in your camp.
I also don't want to live.
And you live in mansions. And you live
Don't.
at Cape Beckinsale.
Don't
so-
want to live forever.
Your arcade pick. So.
Or you sparkle in sunlight.
Oh, please don't.
I
No.
don't
Yeah,
want to
no.
start
I
going.
don't want
Going
to
Underworld vampire, not Twilight.
I'm doing my yearly re-listen to Twilight, so
Let's go back to Johnny
Don't
Depp
touch
in
me.
Dark Shadows and has a lot of money.
Hold on, Dracula. Maybe Nosferatu. Can we go there?
Ooh, yes. Yes, Jamie.
Jamie, we are at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Tell all of our wonderful listener about your book that's coming out.
Okay, so I have a dark romantic fantasy retelling of Shakespeare's Macbeth, Bound to the Fate of Kings, which is releasing on Halloween, and it is available for pre-order on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
That is incredible. I'm
really easy, like 2 clicks, and we pre-ordered it.
Yeah. As someone who has attempted to write a novel, the fact that anyone can do it, I don't want to say anyone, that someone can write it is just blows my mind. Like,
That's pretty cool. I attempted to read a novel and I almost got there.
That's good. Guys, this has been an episode. Follow us on all the social medias, the Twitters, the YouTubes, the Instagrams. We're posting
The
shorts
YouTube.
now.
X's.
The X's, whatever. I don't know.
No, still Twitter.
I hope my exes are
will
not listening.
The social media app formerly known as Twitter.
There you go. That one. And new episodes come out every Wednesday. If you have topics, let us know. If you don't, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, this is our podcast, and you're just along for the ride.